The following announcement has been paid for by the AJPW Brigade. Remember, kayfabe's only kayfabe when both sides are in on it.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Joy of Autism with me, Google. How is everyone today? Today, we're going to be drawing a little special thing here. Now I've got a nice plain sketch pad that you can get at your local craft store for about $20, and a set of nice wide tip to fine tip black markers. So if you want to follow along at home, you're more than welcome, but part of the joy of autism is everyone's got their own special brand of it. So we'll go dive right in. Today's subject today is a special friend of mine, Adam. Hi, hope you're good at home. Today we're going to be drawing Godwinson. His lovely face. Now, one of the most defining features of Godwinson is his lovely deformed ear on the left side of his head. So we're going to start with that, because I believe you always want to start with the most important part of the picture, right here in the center. Now, if you want to follow along here at home, his deformed ear kind of has a high curved shape. Ooh, this marker needs to be shaken a little. Yeah, right there. I might want to go for this one instead for this description. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that's good. So now you're going to come up in here and then it kind of chips down like that. See, when it chips down, then comes back up again. And then comes around, fills in nicely at the bottom. I want to just fill the center in like that. Nice swoop line, like a Nike swoop right in the center there. Now, one of the things that I've always been curious about is, how did Godwinson get his deformed ear? Where did it come from? Well, I think we're going to find that out today. We're going to start with, though, by drawing his lovely face first. Now, Godwinson's the kind of man, really, at the end of the day, who really doesn't have a lot going on up here in the temple. So you don't have to make it too wide. Kind of when you're drawing his wispy British aristocrat hair, you kind of want to draw it like so. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? And then you want to draw it around and over here. And voila. You can see the shape of the head is really coming together, just like that. Now, when I think about Godwinson and what he does in his day-to-day, I really think of a man who spends most of his time on the computer, looking at the internet, observing the people within it, and I think, personally, he's observing a special kind of people, a woman. The women of the internet is who he's observing. I think that Godwinson really loves to look at women all day long, like Ocean Harrison. So, when I think of how young Godwinson, when he was a child, when he was but a babe in his mother's cradle, he was sitting around and observing his computer, which we will draw right over here in the corner. Look at that. Nice, beautiful, solid line CRT monitor, just like that. See that right in the corner there, the picture? That's what you want to see. Now we're just going to fill it out like that. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And look however you really want to, because that's the joy of sketching. It doesn't have to look good. It just has to convey the idea. Now, when I think about how young Godwinson got his lovely little ear here, I think, let's get his face shape in here first. I think I can imagine his mother coming across him and just furious at her son, decides today is the day and today is enough. She is tired of Godwinson's incessant use of her computer, which she paid for with her hard-earned aristocratic dollars, which she stole from the peasantry and the land masses to feed her inner British ego. I see her claw-fingered witch hands coming up here, and really just look at that. Look at how lovely Godwinson's mother's hands look there. She is pecking him and dragging him away from that PC. She's tired of having him use her computer, because it's time for him to live his regular life. And so off it goes. And let's draw Godwinson's mother's face right up here too. Let's give her her big, lovely nose. So long, little fella. Come on, get out of there. You don't want no bugs on your paper. That's no good. Let's draw her big, beautiful, luscious lips. And let's draw some more lips down there. Look at that. Look at how lovely she looks. Godwin's mother in her prime. Let's give her some little dry spots, because, you know, she isn't wearing any chapstick. Not for the aristocrats. Never be sullied herself with non-dried lips. Let's just take that in and then give her some lovely British smile there. Look at the teeth. Only the finest of the Queen's dentistry for Mrs. Godwinson. Let's see there. Oh yes, quite lovely. Look at that. Oh, can you see? This is the picture-perfect imagination of the British Empire. Let's give her she-witch tongue coming out here. Yes, yes. Oh, lovely. Now, many would wonder where Godwinson gets his incessant snaky behavior from. And I think a lady such as this, who really, really just brings out the worst in her son, I think maybe it comes from her. Be my guess. Now, let's just... we gotta draw a lovely curly mane of hair there. Oh, yes. And let's give her a little beady British eyeball there. There's a little... ooh. Oh, I love this. This is really coming together quite fastly. The bags under her eyes from decades of dealing with Godwin Adams' little shithead behavior. Imagine having a son who spends all his day on Kiwi farms. Just imagine the shame that must bring your family. Oh, the horror. Now, really, just really drag that in there. And then we should give her some nose hairs. The detail is what's important. Now, for her lovely flowing mane, I think we'll switch over to our bold and beautiful pen. Let's see how this stands. Oh, yes. I think that looks so lovely. We'll give her some eyeliner with that. We'll add a little bit of rosy shading to her lips. Oh, yes. Quite nice. Really come together. Just really dig that in there. And we'll add some deeper bags. Of course, a lovely beauty spot for the ladies, the misses at home. Now, Godwinson, as we all know, loves his Ocean Harrison. So let's finish off what he looks like as well. We've got his mother, we've got her shapen, we've got her disheveled hands and beautiful visage. Let's draw the rest of Godwinson here. Those thin, wispy British hair, although who am I to talk about something like that? Now, Godwinson here, he's the kind of man who not only loves certain women, he loves all women. He just loves his ladies. And anytime any man besmirches the name of his gracious ones he so desperately loves, he doesn't take too kindly to that. And he throws himself into fits of teary rage. Yes, there is the crying. There they are, the waterworks, the tears of sadness at the belittlement of Ocean Harrison by his internet friends. Oh, how sad he is. Just draw. Pro tip for drawing hair and eyelashes. You can draw singular lines, but for a more wispy, realistic look, I recommend lots of little lines instead. It really makes it feel more like a brow is taking place. Like, for example, up here on Mama Winston's head. Look at that. That's an eyebrow. Exactly the same way with mustaches. It's beautiful, beautiful visage there. Look at that. Oh, just excellent. And now we're just gonna shape it around. And then we're just gonna shape his face. And there we go. That's a nice visage. We'll give him his lips there. And just a little more. fill in his mouth with a beautiful, solid brush there. Yeah, that's excellent. See the depth that created. Now we just fill in his beard. Like so. Oh yes, it's really coming together here. Alright. Now class, we're almost done besides the little details. So we have the picture here. This is the real basis, the identity of the scene, what you want to create. But we're not quite done yet in my mind. No, not with Godwinson. We're not quite done with him just fucking yet, are we? Because you see, Godwinson, up here in his little brain of his, seems to think that when a man goes on the internet and shits all over his friends, it's just okay to do something like that. It's just fine. Totally normal and rational behavior. Just suddenly, out of nowhere, turn and snake on his friends for no real good reason besides that he is upset with, I'm not sure what, his besmirchment of Ocean Harrison. We shall draw here. Now, I'm not a big drawer of little things, so we'll just do quick here. We'll draw Ocean Harrison as the world Caesar. So, little... Alright. Now, Godwinson's the kind of man that really makes you think, why in God's name would a man like him, who seems to have it all, decent looks, good family, you know, a real go-getter attitude, natural charisma, decent video making skills, you know, not the best in the world, but he's pretty good. And why would he snake on all these people who want to work with him and be his friend? And the answer is right there in that little box there. Little Miss Ocean Harrison. Godwinson sees a woman on the internet. This really fucking gets him going. He really cannot stand when a woman is on the internet and she's getting attacked by these other men. It just isn't alright. No one can besmirch the good name of his Lady Ocean. His mistress of the sea, Lady Ocean. Lady Ocean, please, please, don't leave me, Lady Ocean. I must simp you more. But it just isn't enough for him, is it? Just never enough. So there's his beautiful massage. We'll give him one chest hair, just the one. So that's all he has. And we'll just taper that down, and then we'll give him a good old classic IBM and Model M style keyboard, which he shall be reaching for with his little grubby little mitts and holding on for dear life as Mummy pulls him away. Ooh, the sweeping arm motion, and comes up in there. There it all is. It's all really coming together now, isn't it, gentlemen? Jacket lines there. The clothes really don't matter too much because we're really paying attention, so we're just gonna go there. Shoo! Be gone, buggy. Now, we can line a little stand there. And we'll make a little desk. Yeah, just like that. So keep drawing some keyboard shit here. There we go. Now we have the picture of the scene. We have the idea of what Godwinson, what's going on here. But let's add some character, let's add some spice, let's add some dialogue here. Now what do you think Godwinson's mother is saying to him? I think I know what she's saying. She's saying, Adam, come do your homework those. Ooh, we'll use the thicker tip. Ah! Use the thicker tip pen for this. Like that little speech bubble. Ooh, cut that in there. It's okay. Happy little accidents. It happens. Look. Adam! Come do your homework, young man. It's time to quit using the internet for the day. It's time to play with Mummy and do your homework. Get good grades. Be good in school, Adam. And there's infinite ways in this going. No, Mummy. I am watching Ocean Harrison. Do another speech bubble here. And I think, gentlemen, we've got a pretty good depiction of what's happened to Adam's life here. And why he got that beautiful little deformed earmark right there. Because old little Miss Mummy Godwinson, pulled him away from the keyboard just as he was watching the latest Ocean Harrison video. It's just a disgrace, isn't it? We'll give Miss Godwinson a little more detail here for her. Draw her little deformed British hand over there, and then polka dots, and use the big brush to shade in the idea of a dress there. Yes, look at that, just lovely. Just a lovely depiction of the Godwinson household. And of course, all great art deserves a title, and so down here we'll go with this. Doing the big pen. The origin of the deformed ear. And as always, creators, artists at home, sign down here in the corner. Yahoo! Just like that. Now, this is a lovely creation I've made here, but this is just but one possibility. And what I really want to see is what all of you have to say at home. I really want to see what all of you are going to create, and I want to see what you believe is the origin of Adam's beloved ear. So what I would like you all to do is go to twitter.com and post your drawing of what Adam's beautiful deformed ear looks like. You can send it to my Twitter handle, which I will leave below, but I also want to make sure you send it directly to both Adam and Ashton. So make sure to @PPP and Godwinson, and I will post their listings here, of course, as well. And just make sure, for real, that you make sure they know and they see exactly how Godwinson's hideous, deformed, malshapen ear came to be in existence in this world. Personally, I believe the simp take is more accurate than you may think. Not just because of Ocean Harrison. Happy little accidents. I don't even know my own strength, do I? Now, it's not just Ocean that concerns me, but really the entire spectrum of women that he has to deal with. From crazy psycho bitches who come into people's Discord servers in the middle of the night and tell them there's a group and coalition of women out to get them, out of nowhere. And then tell them not to tell PPP or Godwinson about this. And then finding out that this person is hanging around and working with these two people on videos all the time. Makes you question who this person is, where they're coming from, what their real motivations are. And maybe the people they're working with should question that person's motivations too. maybe you should step back and think a little before things go wrong. Well, thanks for joining me on this edition of The Joy of Autism. We'll see you all next time. Bye.